Hi and good day everyone. So here is my system for the National Library of London. So as for this system, it have 3 pages: home, written books and new books. So as you can see on this page, this is the home page of the National Library of London. Here you can see I have some brief description about the library. Welcome to National Library of London. Find your favorite books here, and also you're allowed to borrow the books in this website. You're allowed to calculate the total overdue charge for every late return just on a simple click. And also I put a quote for the library and 2 pictures here for the homepage by using JLabel. As you can see here, there are 2 pictures, and so we have 3 button here for home button, written books button and a new books button. So first of all, let's move on to the written books page. So for this one, as you can see on the screen, we have a few text field for the user to insert their data. As for the book title, due date and number of days late is the place where the user need to key in, while the total charge is where the user need to leave it, because it will appear after the user click on the button calculate. So first of all, what the user need to do is key in all in the field that are provided. But first of all, if the user let the text field empty, but just click the button calculate, there are validation for all fields are empty. So the user need to key in the book title. So if user only key in the book title and click on the button calculate, the validation will come up. Please fill in due date and number of days. So if the user key in only book title and due date, for example like this, and click on button calculate, there are validation. Please fill in the number of days. So for example, we key in the number of days as 26, and and press calculate, and total charge will come out 39. And here, if we change the number of days late to other number that are above 30, the total charge will come out as $30, because the maximum charge for the overdue is $30. And next, we change the number of days late back to 26, and press calculate button, and we click on generate receipt. So as you can see here on the text area field, the receipt appear here. There are the current date and time, book title, overdue charge, due date, number of days late, and the total charge. So if user print receipt, press on the print receipt, this will come out and just cancel. And if user wanted to empty all the fields, user can click on the reset button like this. So it already emptied all the fields here. Now let's move on to the new books page. So as you can see here on the screen, this is a new books page. There are 6 books for the new arrival books. So for example, if the user there are view more button for the user to view the synopsis. For example, if we press on the view more for looking for Alaska, it will come out the synopsis for looking for Alaska. And we press OK, and press for Harry Potter, for Pepper Town, okay, I Owe You One, and The Art of Letting God, Sophie Kinsella. And all of this is the synopsis of each book. So that's all for my interface. Now let's move on to the source code of the National Library of London. So for the home page, we have the words by using the JLabel, and also the picture by using JLabel. Now let's look at the home button, the code for the home button. So here are the code I use for the home button. So I create a new object main page, home equals to new main page, and also I use this for this function as to replace the data member. So I also use set visible, which is, for example, like if user wanted to change to other page like written books, once they click on the button, the home page will close and open the written book page. So it's also apply on the other button like written books and also new books. So here are some other coding, and let's move on to the written books code. First, we have 4 buttons here: calculate, reset, generate receipt, and print receipt. We look at calculate button first. So as for the calculate button, I use if else, which is selection, in order for the system to display the output of validation, like all fields are empty, please fill in due date and number of days, and also fill in number of days, like that. So if the user didn't insert the data inside the text field, it will come out the validation. And also here is the calculation for the total. And next we look at the reset button. For the reset button, I use empty field this coding. And next is generate receipt. For generate receipt, I use this date object equals to new date in order to display the current date and time on the text area. So here are the coding for display all the details inserted by the user to display it on the text area. Okay, next we look at the print receipt button. As for the print receipt button, I use exception handling for it to display the print function like this. So that's all for the written books. Now we look at the new books page. For the new books page, let's look at the view more button for each books. So first of all, this is the button of the home written books and new button. Now this is the button for view more for looking for Alaska books. So I use show message dialog as it is a message box. So here is the coding, same like for the Harry Potter book, the Pepper Town book, the Sophie Kinsella book, Mizzy Wahid book, and also here are a long description of synopses, and here the Sophie Kinsella book. So there are 6 books for the synopsis that I show in this system. So that's all for my source code. Thank you.